Well, we had April Garris here a few months ago, and she had been in the porn industry, and she explained to us what it's like
behind the scenes,
being one of these actresses, so-called actresses, behind the scenes, and she painted a very ugly picture, because it is a very ugly industry. Are you ever tempted, even now?
Yes. Yes, I am. The temptations have grown significantly less. And I think that's because once you take out the fuel, eventually the car has to die. Yeah. But even now, I find if I get really stressed out or if I'm just beat up or hungry, there'll be times that I'm tempted, yep.
Okay. What happens then? Like, do you tell Cameron, look, I feel as if I may get tempted? You want to share that?
Yeah. Matt's actually really good. He's very honest with me in it. And he normally tells me that the temptation's there. And I ask him. I call him up on it a few days later and be like, how are you doing with that? Yeah. And as awkward as that is, I know it sounds like, oh gosh, but it's actually very, very healthy.
And the words I use are, can you ask me if I've remained faithful to you? Now, and let me tell you, there's nothing more sobering than going, she's going to ask me, all right, act the man now, don't be the boy. Because any boy can give into porn, it takes a man to have self-control.
Because that's an interesting word, faithful. Because would you feel as if he had been unfaithful if he was looking at porn?
Yes, I feel that that my husband is extremely faithful, not only in his actions. I think our standards have become very low in society. I think women say sometimes, well, if he doesn't have sex with anyone, he's faithful to me. No, it's so much more than that. Faithfulness is being faithful with your body, with your mind, with your eyes, with your heart, you know. And I feel that Matt's extremely faithful to me. And to be able to come to me and say, like, I'm struggling, I'm tempted, you know, like if he so much as looks at another woman. By looking at porn, you're saying, you know, you're saying that, like, that this is okay, that I'm looking at these other naked women. That's an affair, you know, like it's not so much as you're out, you know, with this woman every night and dating her, but no, you're looking.
Your heart is, right?
Yeah, your heart is, exactly. And knowing that he is faithful to me and loves me and that I'm enough.
But there are couples out there who are in happy, healthy marriages that would watch porn together.
Yeah.
And that's where I would disagree with you. I don't think they're healthy or happy marriages. I think that maybe they pretend to be. I don't think any little girl dreams of, like, we look at movies like Cinderella, right? And we see these young girls, and when I was a little girl, like, I desired a knight in shining armor. And I'm sure you did too. You know, all women, we desire to be loved and to be treasured. And I think we're lowering the standards. Like, well, all men look at porn, so okay, I guess I will too. Do
you think maybe those women are doing it because their husbands want them to?
Oh, exactly, yeah, I think so.
Well, I don't know if that's always the case.
Not always the case, no.
And not necessarily even look at porn. They may look at an over-18s erotic type of movie.
And I think it's important to point out too that, like, guys are very visual, and I've heard that women are often seduced through the ears and men through the eyes. You look at male porn, it's like one word with 1,000 pictures, Playboy. You look at female porn, it's often one picture of Fabio with 50,000 words. And of course it can go either way, but I think that's quite common. Yeah.
I think it gets back to the standard. Like, I think a lot of times women think that, well, you know, like, because I think if your husband's looking at someone else, even if it's a video, even if you're sitting beside each other, but he's watching someone make love, like, and he's not with you, then later on, when you guys are having sex, is he thinking about me or is he thinking about that girl? And I think what it does is your standards change, and it's like, well, maybe I'm not
cynical, right?
Yeah, you become extremely cynical, and I think you think, well, maybe I'm not enough, maybe I'm not pretty enough, maybe I'm not.
And all guys are like that, so it's just, let's do it. This is reality. Enough of those dreams as kids. We wanted to grow up and fall in love and have a healthy, happy marriage, you know?
No.
So that's what we think.
You've set up a website.
Sorry?
In fact, you had a eureka moment in the middle of the night where you got up.
You heard about this as well.
To set up your website.
You do good research.
We do our research.
Well, it was Kate.
Free. What's that?
It's our producer.
Good on you, Kate.
It's called The Porn Effect.
Yes, theporneffect.com. Now, if there are people out there listening to this and think we are stone raving mad, well, maybe we are, but maybe we're not, and that's something for you to chew on, right? You're probably there maybe thinking the same thing. That's okay. Check out the website. Have a look at it. We have so many, we have monthly articles from ex-porn stars, from women who struggle with porn, to husbands, to engaged, to teenage boys. We have videos, not porn videos, videos that help men with this. We have an online brotherhood for men to kind of sign up and share their struggles and their victories with each other. And it's quite good.
But on the night you set it up, you were surprised that very, very quickly you had people
Yeah.
getting in touch with you saying, yes, I do have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard from so many people. Every day I hear from people, you know, I'm a father, I've got 5 kids at home, and I want to beat this stuff. I don't want to be this kind of dad. I don't want my daughter to stumble across this, or even worse, I've heard of daughters that have contacted me and have said, I used to look up to him, now I can't even look at him.
What about, is there anything acceptable in your eyes, like page 3 of The Sun has a topless lady every day?
Okay, right,
Is that okay?
That's a really good question, and I think this is what it comes down to, okay, is women are beautiful. Let's just say that, okay? Like, no one has ever been fired from work because they couldn't stop looking at pictures of flamingos on the internet. Not that I know of, right? Women are beautiful, okay? So we have to say, okay, women are beautiful, but objectifying them isn't. And so it really comes out of the intention of the viewer or the intention of the pornographer. So, for example, you could walk into the Sistine Chapel in Rome and lust over Michelangelo's nudes. You'd be messed up. But you could do that. There's a problem in your heart. In the same way, I could now look, but I wouldn't try it, but I could look at a Playboy magazine and go, how sad. How sad that this daughter of some man doesn't know her dignity. And so I think, what is this woman on the 3rd page? What is the guy trying to present in her? Is it look how beautiful woman is, look at the dignity of woman? Or is it, have a bit of a look while you're having your morning coffee? And I think we all know what it is.
Yeah, I think it's certainly the latter. Yeah. Somebody from Texas, somebody from Australia. Ireland is your home.
Yes.
How did you wind up in Donegal?
Go for it.
We got offered a job. We were just married in Texas, living in Houston. Matt's from a really small country town in South Australia. We were offered a job up in Gweedore, of all places. I'm sure half your viewers don't even know where it is. It's up in
Of course they do.
It's up in the Gaeltacht, and beautiful area. And thought, why not take this opportunity to live somewhere abroad.
Very cold.
Very, very cold. We didn't know that the sun wasn't going to shine there too often, but
so
took advantage.
Had 2 babies, and I think that explains a lot, the cold. Sorry.
And I'll tell you what, Matt, I bet you with 2 babies don't even have time to be thinking about porn these days.
Well, no, I'm still very attracted to my wife, though. I'm very much in love with my wife, yeah.
Well, thank you very much for making the journey from Gweedore to tell us your story.
Yeah. Thank you for having us. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.